Despite challenges, we delivered on key projects. Welcome to the news and thank you for tuning in to listen. We remain grateful to the Almighty God for yet another year attained as a country, united by a common destiny and resolute in our determination to overcome the several challenges along the path to build the great and prosperous nation of our dream. Okay. Now, he's saying your president, your Baba, is actually saying that, despite challenges, they delivered on key projects. Well, we are not going to rule out that the fact that he actually, when it comes to rail transport, he did pretty and wonderfully well. And of course, when it comes to other things, he finds it, a little bit difficult to do. When it comes to insecurity, he has been looking for a way out. When it comes to insecurity is the main problem. When it comes to the economy, he's actually finding it very, very difficult to do. Okay, stay with us. The news in detail. I salute the courage and resilience of all Nigerians, which was evident in 2021 as this nation, like other countries of the world, faced significant challenges that occurred as a consequence of the COVID-19 pandemic and the efforts to restore the global economy and social order. The persistent insecurity in certain parts of the country may have threatened to unravel the incremental gains achieved in the real sectors of the economy and in the administration's overall objective to position the nation on the irreversible trajectory of a sustainable growth and progress. But I assure you that we will remain resolute in our committees and shall continue to press ahead with our programs and plans. The part of nationhood is often fraught with unpredictable difficulties, and most tried and tested nations have often prevailed through dogged determination, resilience, concerted commitment to unity, and other conviction that the whole of a nation standing together against all others far by greater and will ultimately be more prosperous and viable the sum of its distinguishable parts. There is no doubt that the issue of security remains at the front burner of priority areas that has moisturization, that this administration has given utmost attention to. As a follow-up to our promise to re-energize and reorganize the social apparatus and the personnel of armed forces and police, it is on record that the administration has invested heavily in re-equipping our military in line with upgrading the platforms and firepower required to tackle the security challenges being faced with the country. Government, however, the net result of these efforts have been the number of insurgents and bandits who have willingly surrendered to our security forces and continue to do so various channels and the safe corridor created for that purpose. Government, however, realizes that victory is on the battlefield is just one aspect of sustainable victory. We all know that to fully win this war, we must also win the peace and the real insecurities and winning the hearts and minds of the affected citizens. To this end, working with our international partners and neighboring countries, we will be deploying multifaceted solutions that will be carried out at addressing human security at the grassroots before it leads to insecurity. Once again, I would like to take a moment to remember and honor the gallant military, police officers, and other security agents who have lost their lives in the course of protecting the territorial integrity of this nation against both internal and external aggressors, assuring their families that their sacrifices will not be in vain. We equally remember and commiserate with Nigerians who have lost loved ones as a result of insecurity in different parts of the country. Every life matters, and every single death caused by any form of insecurity is a matter of personal concern to me, both as a citizen and as the president of this great country. We remain fully committed to upholding the constitutional provision that protects all Nigerians from any form of internal and external aggression. On the economy, we have shown a high level of resilience to record some significant achievements despite the turbulence that has characterized our economy and indeed the global economy. The lessons we have learned and keep learning from COVID-19 have encouraged us to intensify efforts to mitigate its socio-economic effects on our nation. The major wins we have recorded can be clearly seen in Nigeria's most recent gross domestic product (GDP) figures released by the National Bureau of Statistics (NBS). The 4.03% growth recorded in the third quarter of the year is indicative of the recovery being recorded in our economy, and that confidence that is being shown through politics that our administration has put it in place after the outbreak of the pandemic. We also record that this recent growth is closely followed by 5.1% growth in real terms recorded in Nigeria in quarter 2 of 2021. This growth was one of my best recorded by any nation across sub-Saharan Africa. The 5.1 growth at the time was and remains the highest growth recorded by the Nigerian economy since 2014. Despite the challenges we have faced as a nation, the good news is that we have gone so far. The signing of this legacy legislation is a watershed moment in the history of the new act would have on the ceremony. I would like to sincerely commend the Ninth Assembly for the grace they demonstrated, succeeding where others have failed, and the cooperation that led to the completion of this process after almost 2 decades. Just like I stated during this investment trips and for a that I've attended recently, the legislation is expected to serve as a liberating force in the synergy, respect as a liberating force in the energy industry, and we're optimistic that this law will provide a much needed legal governance, regulatory and physical framework for the development of the energy sector, the host communities, and Nigeria as a nation. Okay, on those notes, we have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for sending in to the lesson. And until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of the day.